In 2005, a helicopter known as an AS350 B3 broke the world record for the highest altitude landing and takeoff, performed on Mount Everest at 8,859 meters, 29,035 feet. A title still held today. This is an amazing helicopter, and I got a chance to fly one recently. Canadian entrepreneur and private pilot Ashlyn Dale took possession of her brand new AS350 B3 helicopter in 2022. And in 2023, she invited me out to see how amazing the machine really is. She is a longtime aviation enthusiast and pilot, and she went on to say, "Flying is one of my great passions, and it was clear to me from the beginning that Airbus teams clearly share the same passion for aviation, which is evidenced in the helicopters they build and the support they provide." I did a lot of research when I decided to purchase my own private helicopter, and I was impressed by the welcome I received from Airbus when I first approached them at the helicopter trade show a few years ago. They answered all of my questions, gave me all the time and information I needed, and I'm extremely proud today to officially become a member of the Airbus family. What an awesome experience for Ashlyn. So now personally for myself, I had trained in a Robinson R22 and flew an R44 as well, but jumping into this beast of a helicopter, it was absolutely unbelievable. When flying the AS350, I could tell that it had immense power, and I barely had to touch the collective. After leaving Ashlyn's helipad, she let me fly around for a while, and I did some turns to the left and right, and then we flew over to the Aurelia Romaro Airport for lunch, where, funny enough, we ate some chicken strips and a poutine. It was so far an absolutely amazing day. After that, we got back in the helicopter and Ashlyn got the helicopter into a hover, and then she let me have the controls again. Now, I want you to know this on a side note that I had already talked to the insurance company and had been added on the policy subject to dual operations with Ashlyn Dale. So all was good on the insurance aspect of things. We hover taxied to the runway and then took off. I honestly was a little nervous flying such a big machine, but the way Airbus made this helicopter, it felt so much easier to fly than the R22. Now, I'm not saying the R22 is a bad machine. It is also a fantastic helicopter, but having the bigger helicopter and more weight definitely stabilized everything and made me feel more comfortable when we got hit by a crosswind. On the way back, Ashlyn let me do something I hadn't got a chance yet to do in a helicopter. I did my commercial license in 30 flight days earlier this year, so there was still a lot of things I hadn't got to do yet. But she let me stop at 1,000 feet and do a hover. It was so cool hovering at that height and not moving anywhere. It was a little difficult because you had no visual references, and I kept trying to follow the yaw string, realizing it was of course no use since we were in a hover. Anyway, we hovered for a couple minutes and then we went back to Ashlyn's helipad. I got to do more left turns and right turns, and then I got to come in for the approach all the way to a hover. After that, Ashlyn took controls and landed the helicopter. Now, a couple things I want to mention. I only have 80 hours in a helicopter, but the way they made this machine, it really shows that with the right training and right attitude, anyone could fly it. The second thing is I got to see how amazing of a pilot Ashlyn was. She was a humble pilot, but was not scared of the machine. I can really see she put the time into learning how to fly this amazing helicopter. Now here's the thing, when she went to buy a helicopter, one of the other helicopter company's salesmen ignored her because she was a lady and she didn't look like she was a helicopter pilot. And so they would only talk to the guys at the booth looking at the helicopters. So she walked away and went over to the Airbus booth where they acknowledged her right away. They showed her the machine and told her why it would be a good fit for her needs. So in the end, this is why she bought an AS350 B3 helicopter. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is never ever judge a book by its cover. With great determination, the right attitude, we can all take to the skies and become pilots. I have seen young people get their pilot's license. I have seen people in their 70s get their pilot's license. And recently I just met two mature teenagers that had already flown around the world at the ages of 17 and 19. So Ashlyn, thank you for taking me up in your helicopter, as that will be a day I will never forget. And for the rest of you out there, what are you waiting for? Now is the time to fulfill your dream of becoming a pilot. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.